My name is Aerion Targaryen. I was born beneath banners of red and black, in the shadow of a king's peace. The world called it the reign of Daeron the Good. But what is goodness to one who feels fire in his blood? I was his grandson, the son of Prince Maekar, a stern man forged of duty, and Diana Dane, whose beauty was said to rival dawn over starfall. From her I took a touch of starlight, from my father only hardness. They named me Aerion, though later they whispered Brightflame, half in awe, half in fear. Even as a boy I burned to be more. I despised stillness. My brothers, Daeron the drunk, Aegon the squire, and Aemon the scholar, played at gentleness. I played at dominion. When others dreamed of honor, I dreamed of wings. I remember the first time I made someone kneel. A stable boy had laughed when I called myself dragon. So I seized him by the hair and pressed his face toward the brazier until he screamed. My father's knights dragged me off, but in that scream I heard music. Fire listens only to itself. They said I had a cruel streak. They were wrong. I had purpose. The blood of old Valyria demanded more than mortal restraint. Why should a Targaryen bow to the same laws as small folk? The gods themselves had given us fire to rule them. At court, they watched me like a viper. My uncle, the king, looked through me as though I were a shadow. I hated his scholars, his treaties, his talk of peace. What is peace but the slow death of greatness? Our dragons were gone, yes, but that was a failure of faith. Somewhere inside me, I knew that fire could return. It only needed a vessel, willing to be consumed. When I was sent to serve with the Dornish marches, I treated the duty as exile. The heat there pleased me, though, and the people feared me properly. I took to calling myself the Brightflame. It sounded like prophecy. I carried torches even by day. When the Hedge Knight's trial came at Ashford Meadow, I entered the lists not for honor, but to remind the realm what royal blood truly meant. A Hedge Knight had struck my cousin. I would have fed him his own teeth had my father not intervened. Even beaten, I felt no shame. Only the insult of living among dullards who could not see the spark that set me apart. In my mind, I began to hear whispers. Not madness, but memory. Dragons speaking from the bones at Dragonstone, urging me to reclaim what was lost. I studied the alchemists of King's Landing, their wildfire, that green imitation of true flame. They feared it, but I saw divinity inside its glow. The realm mocked me. Aerion Brightflame, the prince who thinks he's a dragon. Let them jest. A dragon does not answer the laughter of sheep. I took to dreaming with my eyes open. Scales of gold, wings unfurling, the world below me turning to ash and light. When my father's court exiled me again for one of my lesser cruelties, the incident with the girl and the wine, yes, that one, I laughed. They thought punishment could tame me, but punishment is only proof that others still fear you. I drifted through the free cities, seeking sorcerers, pyromancers, any who might understand the truth of transformation. Some promised miracles, most died for disappointing me. Yet every death felt like a step closer. And so it came to my final night. The wildfire pulsed in the glass, green as an emerald sun. Around me, the air shimmered with heat, and I felt the dragons waiting. You were wrong, I told them, my brothers, my father, the world. I am not a man. I am the Brightflame. I am what the blood remembers. The taste of it was searing and sweet. Pain became light. Light became wings. For a heartbeat, I saw scales across my hands, heard the roar of ancient fire rising from my throat. Then, silence. Perhaps I died, or perhaps I flew. The maesters will call it madness, the singers will call it tragedy. But fire knows the truth. Even now in the dark between worlds, I burn. I am Aerion Targaryen, the Brightflame, and dragons never truly die.